How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go do so. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. Thank you guys so much for 80,000 subscribers. We hit it yesterday by the time I'm recording this. So yeah, big goal, but we got there. Finally, it took a little bit, but we hit 80K, but now we're going for 90 and then 100,000 by the end of the summer. If we hit 90 by the end of next month, we get 10,000 in July and 10,000 in August. We can hit that goal of 100,000. In today's video, we're gonna take the BMW out for a little drive, put a GoPro on it, and just go around and have a little bit of fun like we used to back in the early days of the channel. You know, lately it's been just, hey, I'm doing this to my car, I'm doing this, I'm buying this car, I bought this car, this is why you shouldn't buy this car, or like things about this car you should know, whatever. Today we're just gonna go relax, have a little fun drive in the car like we used to. That's gonna require me to move the bike out of the way, take the cover off, put a little heat into the motor, get it all started up. So let's do all of that. Something I completely forgot about, the Lexus is parked behind it, so I need to move that car. I also have the bike out, and then I need to take this bike, move it there. Yeah. Let's just get all this out of the way. All right, now everything is out of the way and we can take the cover off of this car. And for those who don't know, this is my 2000 BMW M Roadster Z3. But it's the M variant of the 3.2 liter inline 6 motor. And look at that car. Let's put some heat into it. If you're a long-time subscriber, you guys know a lot about this car. It's basically the first car I had on the channel because I bought this before I really started making videos. Well before I started making videos. It's been about a week since I just took it around the block real quick and put a little bit of heat into the motor and just got everything running, because I do make sure I do start the car and drive it a little bit at the very least, but I haven't gone and taken on a nice drive like we're about to in quite some time. Also, one more thing, need to put this back on the back of the car, because obviously with the car cover I can't have this on, so let's go do that. Alright, we got the car pulled out, got the GoPro. We'll switch over to the GoPro cam in just a second here, but here it is. It's gonna start getting really hot in there. I'm gonna try to drive around with the top up for a little bit so you guys can hear me, because I do want to talk while driving a little bit. But here she is. The coupe, the non-roadster form, is nicknamed the clown shoe, and this is just the roadster form of the clown shoe. Those are much more desirable than these are, but it's basically the same car, but this one has a convertible. But let's go take it out for a little ride. The AC is actually blowing. It wasn't blowing before, like I want to say a couple weeks ago. I don't know why, but I guess it's working, so I'm not gonna complain. So just double checking there to make sure nothing's leaking. Just double checking that, because one of the two cars in the garage is leaking. And most likely you would think that it would be the BMW, but ever since I got the Mustang back, it seemed like the Mustang has been dripping a little bit of oil on the ground. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't this car. It wasn't, it's the Mustang. I'm sure this was an issue that was either caused by them not installing the filter properly or something. When they took the transmission down, they forgot something along those ends. It's most likely the dealer's fault and not the car's fault this time, but I gotta take it in soon enough because it is dripping oil. Enough about the Mustang though. We're taking the BMW out for a little drive. It's been a while since I've driven this car. This car got a new clutch last year, but soon enough this car is gonna have new tires, the wheels hopefully a little cleaned up because the previous owner did scuff them a little bit, and the steering wheel aligned, and then it's pretty much gonna be 100% fine. And I basically solved all the issues that I've had, that I've needed to do to this car. There's a couple of cosmetic things that the car could use. A front bumper, probably just a brand new front bumper, or someone who does fiberglass might be able to fix it, but previous owner, probably someone who's a little bit older and didn't really care about the car that much, just scraped it, right? I did think about selling this car a little while ago. Still kind of have it listed for sale, but I kind of forgot about the car because it was during the time where the car was just sitting in the back and it wasn't really a priority. Now I'm not too sure that I really want to sell it because I do really like the car. It's not like I'm paying monthly for it or anything. The car's paid off, you know, paying insurance on it, so it's not really hurting to be just sitting in the garage and adding value to the garage and appreciating it while it just kind of sits there, but also whenever I want to take it out, I have the ability to take it out. You don't really see these cars ever. There's only 3,200 of them in the US and North America, from what all the BMW numbers were saying. There's only about 5,500 of them in the world from the articles that I was reading. There's about 3,200 coupes in the world. So as many of the Roadsters they built in America, there's that many coupes in existence, from all the numbers that I was reading. But this car is super fun to drive. Like this or the Miata, this car has so much more power that you can use accessibly. Like the Miata doesn't have the power for the straight line. The Mustang has the power for the straight line, but you floor the Mustang in second, and by the time you're going to third, you're already going like 150 miles per hour. Like you're going way over the speed limit. But in this car, downshift to third, and just use some of that power at 3,000 RPM. I mean, it's not a slow car. We're going pretty fast already, but I can use the power compared to the Mustang, where it's just screaming and, you know, going all the way to nearly 8,000 RPM. It's so fast that all that power is not accessible unless you really want to be testing your luck with cops around you. When Richard Hammond did a test on it, he rated this a better handling car over a Ferrari 360 and also one other car. I'm forgetting which was the other car that he had it tested against, but it was rated the highest handling car of that year in the Roadster. When you get in this car compared to the Miata, it's so much more quiet. Of course, with the soft top, there's a lot of noise that's happening with the soft top. But with the Miata, you hear literally everything. You feel every bump. Given my Miata does have really bad suspension on it, but this car rides so smooth. It has such smooth acceleration. Pop it up into a gear, into third. The power is just so linear with that inline six. BMW absolutely kills it. Like, there is a reason why people buy BMWs. If you are ever given the opportunity to drive an M Roadster or even the M Coupe, I haven't driven an M Coupe. I would love to get behind the wheel of the Coupe and compare it to this car, because I've had a lot of road time in this car. I've driven this car quite a bit in the last, I think it's about to be 3 years since I've owned the car. This year, I bought it in 2019, I believe. So, just going around these turns, the car is so just capable. With the Miata, it would ride through these corners really well, but you don't have that high speed that you can get, because when you're at 4,000 RPM going around a corner in the Miata, you don't have 300 horsepower accessible. Like, you come out of a turn and you just put that power down in the corner, after the corner, or even in the corner. I'm gonna stick the camera behind the car just so you guys can enjoy some exhaust. Drop the top because why not? It is a Roadster, and that is what it is made for. Why is this top not one on? There we go. You gotta like push it up a little bit, and then it does have a mechanical release as well. It has like both. It's like half mechanical, half motorized. Oh wow! I completely opened the car up. can hear so much of the motor when the top is down. I thought about getting an exhaust for this car, but you really don't need it. With the top down, you hear the motor running, you hear the exhaust at the same time, and I feel like putting an exhaust on this car would just be wrong. One thing for sure, compared to the Miata, I do have to say one thing. Leather seats in a convertible. I ordered leather in the Bronco, and the one thing I don't enjoy is non-ventilated leather seats, because you just get all sweaty and everything. And in the Bronco, I'm not sure if they're ventilated. I'm sure they are to some extent, but the thing is, in the Bronco, they didn't introduce cooled seats for some reason. So, not really sure, but in this car, it has non-ventilated leather seats, if you can see the seat next to me here. Not really the move. Of course, in cloth, it kind of just like, it releases the heat a little bit better, so you don't end up sweating, or at least it doesn't feel like you do, at least, compared to leather, where leather gets a little stickier, and and it gets a little bit more hot and uncomfortable in the heat, which in a convertible you're going to be in the direct sun. So I feel like, even though leather is more luxurious, I feel in this case it wasn't really the move. But again, I don't think they made a non-leather Z3, and they definitely didn't make a non-leather Z3M. Well, anyways, we're back. I'm gonna put the car back in the garage, and I think I'm gonna put the cover on the Mustang. All right, got the BMW back in the garage. Now I need to get the other BMW back in. I'm gonna let the car cool off without the cover and everything, obviously. So I'm just gonna leave the cover off until later today or tonight. Got to get this bike back inside, and that's pretty much all I got. This car, I'm starting the installation for the upgraded infotainment screen tomorrow, and then we'll see how long it's gonna take me, if it takes me more than one day or not. Then after that, I have an update on the Bronco. I've been saying this for a while, but that's the schedule right now. This car is subject to be fixed this weekend. E-brake fixed, belt squeak fixed, an oil change, and then we're going to start the modifications. First round is going to be wheels and tires. Second round is going to be suspension, most likely. Third round is going to be a little bit of TLC with the paint. Round 4 is going to be getting that roll bar in, and then round 5 is going to be the seats, probably a short throw, and harnesses. So that's kind of the temporary vision that I have for the Miata. That's kind of the order that I have right now in my head that I want to go with. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. Stay tuned for some future fun videos that are gonna go out soon. More just having fun with the cars instead of reviewing them all the way, and you know, just enjoying the modifications that I've done to the car, or just in this case enjoying the car that I have in the garage I haven't driven for a while, which is gonna change. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. I'm just gonna step into the shade real quick because it is very hot and humid in Wisconsin, which is the reason why I don't want to be working on any of my cars. That's all I got for this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, help me get to 100,000, share these videos with your friends, share it with your family, tell them to subscribe to the channel and support me. I'd appreciate it a lot. Anyways, thank you guys for 80K, and I'll see you guys in the next video.